Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest weekly highlight collection from myself, that is Ali, ItsAllStar, the Tenya on Dreams. This is a collection I've put together of my personal highlights from the past week, ending the 14th of May 2022, and I'm super excited to dive into it. I will be trying to go through things as fast as I can, just giving them a little showcase in the hope that you go and check them out for yourself in-game. First off, we've got the Brawny Barnacle Bros, which is the latest release from Jimmy Cultist, which is actually kind of insane if you think about it, because Jimmy Cultist has been putting out so much top quality content lately. They had Monster Bash, they had Sammy Seal, they had Prime Fox, now they've got Brawny Barnacle Bros. And this is a full-on, like 5-hour long action RPG in an open world with boss fights and comedy. It's really cool, it's great. We're not going to be able to play it for long here, we're talking literally 1 minute, possibly 2. But hopefully it draws you in to check it out in game. Look at these character designs, just like in Sammy Seal. There is an incredible cast of characters here. So much charm, so much originality. And that's us, who might you be? Arr! A fair question, me laddie, aye. Now, this intro cutscene is actually quite long, and I do not, because we're just giving it a quick showcase, I think it's important that I do move on in order to showcase more of the game. But look at this dream map here, look at the amount of scenes. When I say that this is approximately 5 hours long, you can see why. This is absolutely amazing. Here is an open world where we can explore and sail around, like quite literally. Here are all of the islands, you can see them. Each of these islands are basically like different quest lines. You can do them in any order. Most of the islands actually contain entire dungeons, which is like amazing, honestly, and there's boss fights, there's all sorts, it's incredible. And also, even while exploring the open world, at any point whatsoever, you can drop your anchor and then actually explore your ship and like talk to people and stuff. Look. Hey Captain, what's up? What about? You bathe? Of course I bathe. You know what I mean? Honestly, this is amazing, and things change throughout the game depending on what you've done or not done. The whole thing's fantastic, and look at all of these game over screens, like... Absolutely marvellous. That's about all that we can showcase for just now, but please do go and check out Brawny Barnacle Bros within Dreams from Jimmy Cultist. It's marvellous, it's well worthy of its new MMPIC status. We now move on to a creation from Dean called Stick Knight. This is actually super exciting because they're someone who a long time ago released Ignotus on Dreams. This is a really cool RPG. If you don't know it, please do go and check it out. But they hadn't released anything for a long time, and then they released this. And this is really cool, it took me by surprise. It's got a unique art style, and it's got a sense of humour, and it's got lots of secrets as well. I've played this before, I've completed it of course. I only missed one of the secrets when I completed it initially, and I do now know what that secret is, so if I want to 100% it, then I could do so. But this is again just going to be a quick little showcase. So at the start there, you see we went back and we got our sword, and now we're going to explore the world a little bit more. There's an enemy, look at that, look, we're going to get them with our sword, here we go, boom. Let's not explore that castle, instead let's come up here. There we go. Let's come into this little crevice here. Yeah, this is just a friendly Gataboo, so we better not hit him. Telling us about an odd formation to the north in the swamp. It's interesting. And what do we get here? There we go, there's a shield. Pretty handy. This is an open world experience where you can do these events in various orders. There are of course certain things you need to do in a certain order, like for example, I may need a certain special type of shoes in order to traverse a certain type of environment at one point. Obviously you're going to have to do certain things in a certain order, but there are various things you can do in various orders. It's really cool. I love the style of the art. I love the open RPG setting. I think it's really unique. And it took them 1 week to make. Literally 1 week. Which is kind of the power of both them and Dreams, right? This entire thing took me approximately half an hour to complete on my very first playthrough. Now that I have completed it, I'm sure I could do it a lot quicker because I found that a lot of that time was spent just exploring, like trying to figure out like where to go, what to do, etc. But I would imagine it would take most players like say 20 to 30 minutes for their first playthrough. And then even after that, there are potentially secrets you will have missed out on that you might want to go and replay it for. I don't want to give away much more than I already have. I feel like this has been a sufficient showcase, but you can see here that there is like various scoreboards for various secrets and chests found. And yeah, it's a really cool game. I'm a massive fan of it. It's in the highlight collection, and I do hope that they continue to make things within Dreams. We now move on to Ocean Pool from Low Archie. Low Archie is a creator who a while ago put out like Tic Tac Progeny, which is possibly the most stylish version of Tic-Tac-Toe that you have ever played in your whole life. It really is incredible. And Ocean Pool is something that I spotted them tweeting about early in its development, and of course I couldn't help but approach them and say, hey, if you ever find yourself wanting a soundtrack for this, then it'd kind of be cool if that could be a jam, right? That would be interesting. Because I knew that the project would be good based on the fact that like they're good and stuff. And so this like actually was a crossover with like Dream Sounds in so much as there was a Dream Sounds music jam to create the soundtrack for this game. And yeah, look, the game's really cool. You know, sometimes you've got to take a punt, and the punt worked out because the game is marvelous. Look at that there, the way the table's just put together at the start, so stylish. This song is from Catastrophe YT. It's just one that's on the soundtrack. Alright, here we go. The game feels really nice to play. I'm not any sort of pool expert, as just shown by potting the cue ball there. But either in real life or in video games, I'm no sort of pool expert. But I do respect and appreciate the heck out of the game. Because it's really well done. Oh my flippin' G. Did you see that? I blame Isaac Newton. We are on the scoreboard with a time of about 4.5 minutes, I believe, which isn't too bad. But right now we're cracking under the pressure. We really are cracking under this pressure here. Yeah, look at that. Almost 3 in a row with the pot and the cue ball. Oh, it was 3 in a row. Look at that. This is a new sport that we're just inventing on our own here. I've never done that before. It's never quite gone this badly. But maybe I'm just hustling you. Maybe there's some sort of long con going on here, where in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have a prediction. You just never know with things like pool, that's the thing. As relaxing as this is, and despite the fact that you're on the ocean, on your own, there's still that potential sinister undertone to it all. It's a marvellously put together game from Low Archie, though the soundtrack's incredible. We're going to take a step back, and we're just going to chalk our cue. There we go. You can also change some of the colours and stuff, which is really cool. Anyway, that is Ocean Pool from Low Archie. I'm a massive fan of it. As suggested from the Dream Sounds crossover collaboration. Massive thank you to Low Archie for arranging that with myself. and to everyone who took part. And congrats to everyone on the soundtrack as well. It's really cool. Now, let's check out Dreamscape Revelations. This is another massive release in the Dreamiverse this week. It really has been quite a top week, as it often is. This is from Dakar's 35, and it is of course the sequel to Dreamscape, but if you don't know the other works of Dakar's, they are also more than worth checking out. Neon Blaster is really cool, as is Castle Smash, Dragonfire, all sorts of stuff really. Bloomshine is another really good one. I'm going to reset progress, and let's just play the first minute or two of this, but this is a game that will take you literally 4 to 5 hours to play through. So we cannot showcase it properly in this format right now. You know, you're going to get a minute or two, and then you're going to have to take my word for it, as well as on the, you know, minute or two that you saw, if it's something that might interest you further or not. But it's a really well put together, like, story-based 3D action platformer that even has like flight sections and puzzle sections. There's a lot going on. You can see here it's got a full like trophy system. Look at all of these trophies here. Also it's got a model viewer with all of the characters, and this is very detailed. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. It's very cool, right? It's very cool. But for now we're just going to dive straight into the game. Here we go. And again, we're only going to be able to play like the introduction for now, but it's a nice little showcase. And yeah, this
Griffin!
Comrade.
became my main pick earlier today. Well worthy of it. Just like the sequel, the original was as well. Now, if I do have one criticism of this, which is something that I also stated on my maiden playthrough of it when it very first came out. I was lucky enough to actually have the world exclusive playthrough. I do believe that it would benefit from having subtitles, as with so many things in the world and in the Dreamiverse. Subtitles are important. Global Accessibility Day was actually earlier this week, so I just feel like it's an extra doubly apt moment to mention that subtitles would go down a treat here. But let's just jump back to this cutscene.
Griffin, I can't do this.
You can, Ryan. You must.
I didn't ask for any of this. I never did. Why me?
Because you're one of a kind. You have the power to do this, Ryan.
Why is this happening?
Thousands of years ago, Vorzak was obsessed with power. Things started to fall apart soon after.
I can't do this.
I need you to trust me.
How do I stop him?
There's a massive power crystal on the other side of those mountains.
Where is it?
No. If Vorzak took it, we are running out of
It's for
time.
the souls you've consumed, for the balance of dimensions, for my best friend. I will make it my duty, my purpose, to make sure everything within all dimensions remains in existence for life.
Pretty epic, right? Things are going to be revealed. There's going to be revelations here, there, everywhere. But just look at this world, look at this character. It really is reminiscent of sort of PS2 era sort of mascot action platformers. Things such as, you know, Spyro, Jackson Daxter, etc.
Oh, man, I love the air out here.
And this is a full, like, 5-hour long game. You can even level up over time, and unlock new attributes, etc. New abilities, or rather. There we go. Slap that wall.
I love breaking stuff.
You can't beat slapping a bit of wall from time to time. Here's a bit of dimension switching.
Yeah, still got it.
Of course, we learned that in the first game, but you know, it's cool.
Man, that never gets old.
And this really does get like a lot more complicated as the game goes on.
Oh heck, let me see what Elias up to.
Like, you know, this is obviously just the very beginning. Puzzles get more complex, combat gets more complex, platforming gets more complex. There's boss fights, there's cutscenes. There's a whole brotherhood of dragons. And I'm just going to keep it running for another minute or two. On this one, oh, in fact, the dream map is open, so I actually can. See, when I played it previously, the dream map was closed. So, let's skip forward a little bit. Look at this. So you can see now,
I'm gonna get us to the void.
it becomes even more than just like a 3D action platformer.
You two will never make it.
There is more going on. There's other sections to the game.
Dragon, I know of your powers. Use them now.
Other types of gameplay.
Stay strong, Dragon.
But we don't want to give away too much. Let's just have a little bit more of a previous cutscene.
What is that? Who the hell are you?
If I tell you, you'll kill me.
Come out! Now!
Hey, you, mind not toasting your best friend?
Rowan! Rowan, I told you to stay behind.
Oh, come on. You know I can't resist a good adventure.
Rowan, please go. I don't want to see you get hurt.
But...
Rowan, you don't have the same powers as I do. Yours won't save you should something bad arise. This isn't like our other adventures. Voids just don't open up like that.
Alright. A bit of foreboding there though. You can see how the story might develop, and it's really cool. It's well worth sticking with. In the format of this show, we're just giving it a little showcase and trying to entice you to dive into the game and play the rest of it yourself. But it's really cool. It's Dreamscape Revelations from Dakar's. We've now got Redline Turbo from Garamba. And again, this is just fantastic. This is a top tier racing dream that came out this week. It is such a packed lineup. We're in Dream's golden age, which is really cool. And in a way, it's a shame that I just reset progress, because it means I just lost my unlocks. But look, these things happen. We're just going to have a little drive around. First of all, we're going to dive into the open world mode. And we're just going to go with a compact car. That's okay, that's fine. There are 15 stars hidden around this map, as well as 4 cars to find. And when you find the cars, you unlock them. And of course, they are better than the default cars, so they're worth finding. But now, let's just have a little drive, very quick little drive. Here we go, we're just going from one area to another just now. And then here we go, here we go. So here's us in a part of town. Now, let's open up our map. Boom, look at this map. It's really cool, right? It's got a great waypoint system showing us where we are. It shows the town, and then you can zoom around between the other parts of the world as well. It's really cool. It even tells you how many stars are in each area, so you know how many you've got versus how many you might be missing. Now this is just the open world part of the game, and it is really cool, and it's worth playing to find the stars and to find the cars, because the cars that you find will get you better times on these tracks here, which are the time trials. But the time trials are what I enjoy more than the open world, just on a personal basis. I'm going to have to go back and unlock those cars again. This is where the game really comes to life, I feel. There we go, that was cool. Did you see that on the bottom right of the screen as I started the race there? If you like rev at the right, with the right sort of pressure as the race begins, that's how you get the power boost. Like you see, you have to get the thing in the green basically on the bottom right. Anyway, yeah, this is going well. This is going well so far. Yeah, here we go. Got a drift to build up the boost. There. Oh, I mean, it slows us down, but it also makes us boost, right? Off flip. Alright, here we go. Oh dear. Well, I didn't mean that one. Oh, hello. There we go, there we go. Anyway, you get the idea. That's just one track. There are 5 tracks. What's also really cool, which I didn't really show off there, is that each of the cars actually handles very differently from each other. Like a compact car handles differently from a rally car, which is different from a supercar, etc. It's really well put together. It's a great game from Karamba. Now, let's have a quick little audio-visual break with Lion Mono from Taib Shala. This is a fun, infinite loop that you'll enjoy. This is about a sensitive lion standing on the edge of a cliff who is blissfully unaware of the rabbits who are trying to kill him. Wonderful, right? It's got an all-original soundtrack from the creator as well. I feel the music does suit the scene. And look, it's just a sensitive lion trying his best to get by. And he's managing it somehow. Despite that rabbit who keeps trying to kill him. It's amazing from Taib Shala, and they are a prolific creator. I like to try and vary what's in these collections and not to have too many things from the same person. But every single week they release literally 4 to 5 really great things. And I just don't include them all because, you know, I try to spread it around the best that I can. But they are worth following and checking out. Please do check them out, they're great. We've also got a little audio visual here from Aura. You might know Aura best for their collaborations with Gianni Nomitaka or A Sense of Magic Productions, as well as, of course, some of their amazing sculpts that they've done in the past, such as My Little Friend. But sometimes they do solo music, and this is the latest release there, and it's really cool. Really cool, right? That is just an introduction. The music progresses and grows, and it's absolutely wonderful from Aura. But for now, we'll dive back to the games, and we have Starchild from Dirty Flusher, or rather Starchild Origins. Now this is a sequel slash prequel slash... I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is, but basically they released Starchild Generations a long time ago. And now they're releasing Starchild Origins, which is a new beginning, I suppose. It's going to have a lot more than the previous one had. They've obviously learned a lot since they made the original, and they're implementing all that they've learned into this. And at the moment, you can basically just explore planets which are procedurally generated. And the procedural generation is really cool. There's a lot of variety. But in the future, you're going to be able to land and to trade items and to meet people and to go on quests, etc. It all sounds very ambitious, but a lot of this stuff is stuff that you could do in the previous release, and that you can still do in the previous release. It's just interesting that this sequel currently has less features than the original. So, but I know that over time it is going to get more, and they're also going to be better implemented. Because, as I said, you know, creators do learn over time; they get better. And Dirty Flusher is magnificent. They are, of course, also the creator of the Star Child of the of the Dark Town series. Look at this planet. This is amazing. I love this planet. I want to save this planet. Overwrite Planet 1. Like, now that I've saved that planet, it means I can just visit it at any time. And of course this uses a time gadget, and I just can't wait to see what more they do with it. I love that planet. I got lucky with that one. Yeah, this one's a bit spookier, isn't it? Let's see what the next one is. One more. Beautiful, beautiful. Less spooky, but also not one that I'm gonna save. It's really cool. I do look forward to how they like expand it over time, just like they expanded the original as well. Really great job from Dirty Flusher. We've now got something super interesting. This is Sudoku Solver from Jabond, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. It solves Sudoku. We're gonna click on easy, and you can see here, right? It's filled out a grid for us. You know, with, you know, in the way that Sudoku does. And we could actually fill this out for ourselves right now. So for example, this could be a 5. It's probably not, but it could be, right? I mean, we could just fill this out for ourselves and play Sudoku if we're people who are into Sudoku. Or we could press a touchpad and then have this happen. Boom. The computer just solved it for us. It's amazing, right? I'm not condoning that anyone really does this, but I guess technically you could use this to like cheat at like Sudoku competitions in newspapers or whatever. But you can even use it to make your own Sudoku grids and technically like just play Sudoku. Like you could make a grid and then you could say to a friend, solve this. Genuinely, like I could do this, right? I could do. Obviously, I would need to go more complex than this. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm not going randomly because I understand the rules, but like, also kind of am. You could do something like this, right? And then you could take a photo of it, and then you could show that photo to a friend and say, solve this Sudoku. Made in Dreams. You know what I mean? Also, people could do that in game as well, and that'd be really cool. But it's interesting that you can put in your own numbers and then also just press touchpad and have the game solve it. Like, it's interesting, it's fascinating watching this happen. It's an incredible feat of logic. You know? It's magnificent. How long is this going to take? Probably not that long. I wouldn't say it was a hard one. There we go, they solved it. 21.33 seconds. It's just interesting. And they've got preset examples here. The world's hardest takes 9 minutes apparently. I have actually done it and it does take 9 minutes. It's very fun. It's really cool to watch. And great job, Jabond. Sudoku Solver is an interesting thing made in Dreams. Now we've got Guyahawk from Talc 33. This is featuring like mainly because I just had to like put things in, and Guyahawk is something that I'm regularly still playing. I don't think I really need to go into it just now. I've played a bunch of it before, and I will do in the future as well. I've got some scores that I need to reclaim, but like, just look at how good this is. This is Dreams. You know, an incredible game from Talc 33. Well worthy of its NM pick, and its feature in a recent highlights article. And you know, it's marvellous. It's really cool. I'm a bit rusty. I've not played it as much recently as I used to. I'm a little bit rusty at it. But Guyahawk is amazing. Please do check it out. We've also got Dream Sea Islands here from Fluffy and Sassy, which recently had an update, adding in some brand new islands as well. and it's never too late to get involved and take something from the template kit and make your own island. We're coming up for summer, and when better than summer to explore the ocean and some tropical islands. They don't even have to be tropical though, they could be anything. It's just a cool thing that's always there, and I'm always checking it out. We've also got Realm of Madness FPS. This is a game I've also featured within the past, but it's a really cool FPS. It's heavily inspired by things such as Bioshock. It very much does wear that on its sleeve. You can see that from the UI to the game to everything. Oh, hello. There's some guys. I didn't realise I was going to jump so much straight into the action here. It's been a little while since I played it. Yeah, Fireball, there we go. Right, okay. Just get rid of him for now. Right, now let's reacquaint ourselves with the controls. Yeah, morality is a lie. There's a lot of talk about morality in this game. It's actually quite interesting. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like, there's logs that you find throughout that have lots of text. Okay, now here's hacking minigame. Oh, I missed. Oh, okay. I guess I used an auto chip. No problem. I didn't miss. Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. It's just as well that I previously accidentally pressed the button to do an auto hack. Now, how do we do magic again? Controls. Yeah, cast spell. Okay, cool. Now, I think that a turret that we previously hacked. Yep. See, previously we hacked this turret so that it was our friend, so it's actually just been taking care of enemies for us, which is really handy. That's a cool thing you can do. I mean, if you have played like the Bioshock games, I'm not gonna lie, mechanically this has a lot in common with the Bioshock games, you know, just on a mechanical level. But it's set in its own world, you know, it's got its own unique like universe. It's sort of medieval, but there's guns and stuff. And it's all about people worshipping like a god who maybe or maybe isn't good. And we're this character who's here just trying to get out and stuff, you know. It's still an early access title. This is chapter 1, but chapter 1 will still take you like over an hour to complete, and I know that there are more coming. I've spoken to the creator personally. He is working on the future chapters. You can see here there's almost an element of Dishonored, where we get visited by this spirit who tells us things and even potentially like gives us abilities and stuff. This is a proper substantial game. It's really cool. It's really well put together. I don't want to say it's underrated because it's something that I've featured quite a lot in the past. But at the same time, I feel like it deserves a lot more than it has had. You know, I've definitely shone a light on it before, but it's still, it could do it more. And there we go, look, there's us burning our way through some like wood with our magic there. You can of course also use the magic within combat, but sometimes it's worth saving just for situations like that. And you can see we've got a currency on the top right, 312 units. You can buy all sorts of things with that from vending machines and whatnot. Here's some literature. Revelation 23. After death, you shall join me in paradise in the lower planes, and all those you've sacrificed will be your servants for eternity. Well, wow, okay. This is a really cool game. It's a bit mature, but we're all mature here, right? It's fine. And it is genuinely a cool game. It's a really good FPS. It's mechanically the same as things like Bioshock, but it is set with its own aesthetic, and that's cool. There's no problem with that. We now have the right choice from Jacked. This is a really interesting entry into the Make a Choice Jam. I have a full playthrough of it, also available here in a different video, so I'm not going to linger on it too long. But this is genuinely interesting. It's almost like a choose your own adventure, where you are given a narrative and then you just make decisions, like, do I do this or do I do that?
Hello and welcome to
And then different
Right
things
Choice
happen,
by
and there are different
Jackie.
endings, etc.
In this dream, I present you and your trusty imp with a simple game. You must make a choice. There are two doors. One will lead you back to the Dreamiverse, and the other will lead you back here. It's time to make the right choice.
Now, that sounds incredibly simple,
This is a completely unbiased
right? But the entire
decision.
thing will take about 10
I've
minutes.
used very complicated
And there is quite a lot
randomization
going on,
logic.
and there's a lot that can happen.
So you have a 50-50 chance.
Let's just choose that.
Hello?
Yeah.
I see you chose the wrong door. No worries, try again.
Alright, always left. Always.
What? You're still here?
See, thing is, look,
Hold on.
there's all these other things that we can... Oh. There's all these other
I
things
made a
we can
third door.
interact with here as well,
You now have a
that I'm
2 out of
deliberately
3
not
chance.
interacting with for now. I just
I
implore
also
you all to
added
check
a
this
tape,
out for yourself.
Because why not?
So yeah, why not? Yeah, there we go. Always left.
It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Try again.
It's a fun game. It's cool. It's well worth playing. We now have Hall from Wargarble. This is genuinely, like, really quite dark. And it's like a graphic novel, almost. It's interesting. Like, I love it. I'm a massive fan of it. But it's a difficult one to showcase in the format that we're doing just now. Because it's basically, yeah, it's like a novel with pictures. And it's really cool, and the pictures are amazing, and the story is genuinely really well written, and really gripping, and really dark, really sinister. The way that we control the game is basically pressing R1 to move from scene to scene. This is our cover page, and now here we go. I am sure that you're all familiar with the work of Wargarble. If you're not, they're worth checking out. But this should turn you on to it if not. And now we have this text here, an introduction to James Odin. He used to be a freelance journalist, and he spent over 10 years covering stories in southern Ohio and the surrounding tri-state area. But last year, in the middle of August, was the moment that he made his decision to retire. And there's a lot of reading here. It's genuinely well written. I have read it all. It's just not necessarily appropriate to do so in the manner of this showcase right now. It's genuinely a good story. There's a lot going on here. And as you do progress through the story, you end up with these pictures that tell a story as well. It's as simple as just pressing R1 to go to the next scene. It's a one-button game in that respect. And it is a really well told story, really gripping, really sinister. The art's wonderful, the writing's wonderful. It's just difficult to showcase in this sort of environment. And we don't want to give away too much either. But it's kind of crazy. It's the sort of original surreal thinking from Wargarble that we're used to, and we love it. We've now got Chaos Angel, which is another older game, but it recently got updated rather, and this is a sort of PS1 style action RPG. I just reset progress, which means it's probably going to make me do the tutorial, which means I'm not going to be able to showcase it too well. However, I do have like other videos in which I've played a whole bunch of it, like the entire first chapter in fact, and they are working on the second chapter as we speak, but they've been giving little quality of life improvements to the first chapter as they go, and that's great to see as always. Yeah, we're not going to be able to like really show this properly just now because I accidentally reset progress. But there's a lot going on with the stream map. There's lots of scenes. This is a really great game. If you love your PS1 style action RPGs, then this is one to check out. and it's got a lot more coming in the future. We've now got Skeppy Jesus from Shawnee8, and this is a really cool twin-stick shooter. It's just a little score challenge. You've just got to see how long you can stay alive for as this dog, as the Skeppy Jesus chase you. That's all you've got to do. That's a lot of fun. It's really cool. Again, we can't like go for a full high score right now, because I have played this before and I've done really well, if I'm being honest. I got a proper good score. So if we were to just keep going, we could keep going for a while. And I know I've already lost 50% health, but that was just beginner's folly, you know. We're fine now. We could keep that going for a while, and it's a really cool game. It's Skeppy Jesus. And great job, Sean88. We've now got So Close Yet So Far from Dorian. This is another fun little high score game in which you yeet honey from a cake into a lake. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, no, it's not a new personal best. Once upon a time, I was the world #1. I see that I've now been surpassed a whole bunch. That's amazing. It's incredible to see, genuinely. A week ago, I was the world #1. Now I'm the world #10. That is the power of the Dreamiverse. Great job, everyone. And it's a game worth playing. We've also got Chaotic Good here from Tom Nat. Now, this is a game that is Chapter 1, and it came out a while ago. Chapter 2 will be out in the future. But I just wanted to give it another little showcase, because it's something that I believe deserves more thumbs up than it's had. We can't really give it a proper showcase just now. It's like, it takes like an hour to complete at least, and I do have a full playthrough of it again on this channel, because we've done it. But in terms of this weekly highlight collection, I felt it was worth pointing out again, because it's a dream that I do think deserves a lot more. We've now got Land of the Sardine Tanks, a Pixie Junk adventure from Madness. This is their second Pixie Junk adventure. And if you don't know the Pixie Junk adventures, they are fun racing games that also have like secrets hidden within them. The secret to this one is the fact that there is times on the scoreboard that are like 0.2 seconds, and that's not a glitch or something. It's because there is actually some sort of puzzle to figure out here. I'm just going on the track. Look at me, I'm just driving this over the track like a normal person to the finish line, like you would expect most people to do. But actually, there is like more to this. If you want to discover it, there actually is more to this. It's not just like a racing game or a time trial game, you know. It's like a puzzle game hiding as a racing game. I'm just not quite there at the puzzle stage yet, because no one's given away the spoilers. And I've not directly asked them, because I feel like the mystery of it is kind of the magic as well. But one day the public will know. And that's going to be cool, it's going to be exciting. We're doing okay, by the way, as far as like regular racing times go. But there is more to this to unlock. In the same way that like this is a walking simulator from Kinardo, a game that we've previously featured, might seem simple at first, like just a simple little joke or whatever. And in many respects it is just a simple little joke. But also, there is more going on there than you would at first expect, you know. There's more to this than meets the eye. Pieces of time. Pieces of time. Yeah, like, there's, you know what I mean? There's something going on here. Look at that guy. It's really cool from Matney. We've now got Powderbox from To Beef. This is one of the recent MM picks. And this is a cool puzzle game in which you have to clone yourself in order to get to the end of the level. Unfortunately, each cloning does lead to death, but that's just life, right? Here we go. So, we're going to do level 1 and level 2 just to quickly show it off as a quick little showcase. It's very simple to begin with, of course. You just clone yourself there, then you come here, you jump up, and then you get in the hole. Boom. It's as simple as that. You've just got to get in the holes. And now we come here, we stand there, we clone ourselves, boom. And now that clone's on that button permanently, so we can use this one to come up here, and then go on this button permanently. There we go. And now we get this one to come up here, and then they go in the hole. And it's as simple as that. You've just got to try and get in the hole. There we go. And it's really cool. And what's also like extra super duper cool about this is that there's actually a remix kit here, so you can make your own levels, like on a purely technical level if you wanted to. Everything that you need is here, and you can literally make your own levels for this. The creator is happy for you to do so, so much so that they made the kit themselves, you know. So great job to Beef, and I do look forward to potentially seeing more. Now, here is Solaris from Dakar's 35. This is the creator from Dreamscape Revelations. This is one of their older creations, but it's one that I've not featured before in one of these weekly highlight collections. So, look at this. This is a fun twin-stick shooter. Boom. Let's go. It's crazy, right? It is an older creation, did not come out this week, but it's just not featured before. And sometimes, like, you know, it's good to feature older things that haven't featured before. We did just get ourselves blown up, but, you know, go and check that out, that's cool. We've now got rice and cast iron, which is, like, really fun.
Listen to you. Rice and cast.
I just want to sleep until day today, I think. You know, it's been a rough day, but it's not been so rough that we're going to sleep until night time. And this is a full-on, like, again, adventure game made in Dreams. There's a lot of really cool games made in Dreams nowadays that are long form. And it's great to see. I'm a massive fan. The only thing is that sometimes there's, like, not enough time in the day. But that's not a bad thing. It's really cool. And again, we're gonna have to, like, keep it going for now, right? But this is Rice and Cast Iron from Obson. And genuinely, like, it's really cool. It's really cool. We've also got a little highlight here of Naga Adventure from Tekken 1-1. This is a 3D platformer that came out a while ago, but it's been getting continual updates. And it's fun, it's cool. It's very tough. If you're someone who's into challenging things, then you will enjoy the challenge of this. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get, because, you know, it's challenging. Look, it's not quite 2D, like it's got a 2D camera, right? But it's not actually 2D. So it's awkward. Sometimes you can like come into the foreground or the background, but then that's the game, right? That's the game. So you've just got to be careful not to do that. Oh, almost. Here we go. This has like literally hours of gameplay within it. Depends how good you are, I suppose, but there are lots and lots of levels here. Like you can see them, and they are tough. They even get like tougher and tougher as it goes on. And it's nice to give a little spotlight to Naga Adventure. Now, let's have a quick little audio visual, this time from Sinok the Hodgehog, and it's 1% Scene Creation Challenge. No thermo goes above 1%. And this is cool, right? It's just interesting to see what can be done where nothing goes over 1%. And it is really cool. Like, I love the animation, the stampede, you know, the stampede of children. They are coming. Do watch yourself. We've also got this animation from Dionysio Cardenas. We're not going to get to watch the whole thing, but the first minute or so should show you how smooth this is. Marvellous, right? Such smooth, crisp visuals from Dionysio, as always. One of the top visual makers in the whole of Dreams. And now let's just round out this stuff to watch section with a little moment from Band Together from Tricobalt and Black Cat Tracks. It's a literal battle of the bands, so you better bring the jams. Now, if you don't know, this is actually like part 4 of an ongoing thing. The story started here, then it went here, then it went here, and now it's come here. And I think it's absolutely magnificent. I think it's great seeing the journey and the evolution of these characters who started off simply coming together for a music jam one night. And yeah, this is really cool. It is a mega mash of various songs that have all been made for Dream Sounds throughout the years, featuring various Dream Sounds characters. And yeah, it's really cool. Here we go. Don't reset progress. Definitely don't reset progress. Okay.
We survived. It was tough. I heard you 'cause when we are together, we can survive. We can survive. Please just forget all of the pain and help me keep the flame alive. And when the sun comes up, then you can be assured there's someone dying beneath the pages where the headlines all been blurred. Far beyond the theater of the patently absurd, there's no one trying to lift the static from the voice of the unheard. Just leave the graveyards that we hunt. Just leave the graveyards that we hunt. Just leave the graveyards that we hunt. Just leave the graveyards that we hunt.
who knows what's coming next. It's marvellous from Dragobalt and Black Cat Tracks. Now, let's have some art. Let's start off with Go Flamingo Go from Ed209B, who is of course from the design team at Media Molecule. And this was made as a little shout out to Jen Simpkins, who was hosting the Amaze Awards this week. You may or may not know, the Amaze Awards were held in Berlin, and Jen was the host of them. They were really cool. It's available as a VOD on YouTube, and Jen asked the Dreamiverse to make various flamingos that she could showcase at the awards. So everyone who made a flamingo did have their flamingo showcased. We might have a little bit more on that later. But this is a fun toy from Ed. This is really fun. Look at this. You just, you move around, and it moves around to the beat. Amazing beat. It is, of course, Ed, who used to work on the audio team at MM, but is now, like, a designer. I can just dance as this flamingo for ages, and then, here we go. Yeah. R2 does the mouth. And then here we go, we're gonna go with the legs soon. Here we go. Yeah. It's just so much fun to play around with, really. And then you can change the plumage as well, of course, but like... It's really cool. Absolutely love it, and it is of course remixable. We now have Little Dinosaur from Legend of Skeppy, which is just super cute. And when you press L1, it goes Rah! Blah! You know what I mean? It goes a bit like that when you press L1. Rah! It's fun, it's cool, it's really well painted, it's really cute. We've also got Ice Remnant, 10-minute speed art from Elia's Clues. They made this in 10 minutes, just look at it. 10 minutes. Absolutely mental. It's the power of Elia's Clues and the power of dreams. We've now got I'll Be Right There. This is from War Garble. It's a little song.
I won't go anywhere, just to reach away. I'll be right here.
Incredible, right? That's just a short little showcase of it. Do check out the whole thing for yourself. We now have a creation from It's Gem Sim themselves, and this was made for Amaze along with that flamingo theme. But what's super cool about this is that they put out a call on Twitter for people to make flamingos, and people did make flamingos. Look, here are all, like, you know, a whole bunch of various flamingos all made by the community. Everyone's by different people. They're all super cool, they're all super interesting. There's Topaz Mackies, Shreppy Broke, and On Iron Knot, Pixel Gorilla, Rick Summitai, Absolute Savage, there's Dorian's Steampunk Flamingo, and yeah, then Jen took them and put them all together into this lovely scene here. It's really cool. And this did actually feature at the Amaze Fest festival, as part of Jen's whole presentation as the host of the awards, which is cool. It's great of Jen to slip dreams in there in any way that she can. Absolute massive fan of Jen, and she did smash it at the awards as the host, and it's great seeing everyone's thing here. You can go and check out those awards on YouTube, you know, they're there. We now have Beach Day from Cassius Creed. Cassius Creed is a really exciting creator for me. Like, they've put out some really fun mini games, which are all sort of in the lead up to a big game that they've been promising, which is about their character, Sally Mountain Peak, who is a boxer, and a lot of them are the games they've released so far are boxing mini games, and it's they're just going to be part of a larger game, which is going to have them as mini games and stuff, and I can't wait for more Sally Mountain Peak content. But here's Sally and Louis out on a date with a bit of art. Look at this. This is beautiful. So well done. The shading on the characters. Just the lighting, you know what I mean? The whole style of it. And the use of the emoji as well, just... amazing. This creator's put out a lot of amazing stuff. And I do look forward to the big project that they've been working on for a long time, that they keep releasing teasers for, of which this is just one. It's really cool. Absolutely beautiful. And Sally Mountain Peak is actually a character who they created out in the real world. Like, you can go online and you can Google Sally Mountain Peak, and you will find like lots of comics featuring this character, and even merchandise and stuff featuring this character. But it is this person, like it actually is this person who's doing all that. Like they are the real life creator of Sally Mountain Peak, and they're bringing Sally Mountain Peak to Dreams. And I really cannot wait for the game that they're working on. They've got so much talent, and it's going to be super cool. Like, I am convinced that it is going to be a top Dream when it does come out. Obviously we will have to wait and see, but I'm excited for it when it eventually comes. We've now got Confused from OK Georgie, which is kind of exactly what it says. It's a cone and they're confused. It's really cute, it's really cool, it's well done. I love the animation, the kind of stop motion nature of it. I love it. It reminds me of like 80s kind of lo-fi stop motion stuff in a way. And I really like that vibe, and I think it's really cool. We've now got Flamingo A Go-Go from Matney. Another Flamingo creation. But this time, we're just chilling here as we dry our bouffon as a flamingo. It's really fun, it's really cool. We've got Come Apart now from Fuchsviewer82. It's a self-portrait. And they've chosen quite spooky music for it, but that's okay. It is after all a self-portrait. It's beautifully done. Absolutely love the work of Fuchsviewer. And it's great to see their continued artwork within Dreams. We've now got Shed in the Woods from UFO Lace, and it is quite cosy. UFO Lace is of course the creator of Trip's Voyage, which is a dream that I'm sure you're all aware of. If you're not aware of it, it really is like a cool crossover between Rare and Nintendo, in a way. It's super interesting, super cool, and well worth your time. But this is just a little scene that they've put together that has no relation to it whatsoever. And apparently they put it together over the course of like just a couple hours or something like that as well. I'm not familiar 100% with the story because I have been away, hence this video is late. But this is such a beautiful scene. It's incredible. We've now got Quick Lush, a desert landscape from Elias Clues, who we did feature earlier, and this is just another example of the type of work that they can do in a short period of time. It's really cool. I can picture that on gallery walls. We've now got Brutalist Stylization from C Entertain. They are of course the creator of Intellite, which is a well-worthy MM pick from a while ago. And they're working on a sequel to it, and I'm super excited for that. But this is just a sort of little walking experience in a Brutalist fashion. It was featured on the recent MM stream, so I don't necessarily feel like I need to give it a big showcase just now, but it's important to load it up and have a look. It's really cool, it's really well done. I'm excited for Intellite 2, as a fan of the first one, and one of the people who did promote it the most. And this is just really cool, right? Oh yeah, let's keep going. I was like, do I? But yeah, here we go. Look, I had to get to this moment. I love these trees here, amongst everything else. I'm a big fan, and I cannot wait for Intellite 2. It should be really cool. We've now got Floating Island from Specular Tower, just the latest of their amazing works. They've put out a lot recently. A lot of them also have different styles. Super cool characters here. Super nice little land. It's really cool. Great job, Specular Tower. And now we've got Curious Robot from Legend of Sketchy, which again, as it says, it's a curious robot. That's all it is. It's quite, you know, in that respect, it's quite simple. but it's fun, it's interesting. I love the way they're just pulling a leaf off a flower, or off a plant rather. They're just curious, they don't mean any harm, they're just learning. It's really cool. Now, in this week's shout section, we have shout about One Button Speedrun. If you don't know, One Button Speedrun is a really great game from Entropy Tamed. It came out a long time ago. And it is a game that you can play with one button. Literally, you control this thing, and that spins automatically, and when you press X, you go in that direction. It's very simple in that respect, you know, it's a one button game. And it's really cool. There are lots of variations of it that have been made throughout the years by various people. And there is this template here with which you can make your own levels. It's very simple to use. Literally, you can just drag and drop. Obviously, you want to have the grid turned on, and you want to just kind of, you know, I mean, we're not doing it properly here, we're giving it a quick little showcase, but it really is as simple as just kind of, you know, making a world, isn't it? Like, boom. We just made, like, a place to go. There we go. You can just take things and you can just stamp them in. You don't even have to sculpt or whatever. Look, here's shoes, right? There's a shoe. We can just like put a big shoe there, right? And then that's an obstacle that people have to get past. There we go. That's a big shoe. Boom. I would love to see people make more one-button speedruns. It's a fun concept for a game. It's very simple and it's very, yeah, it's just great. Anyone can make one. You don't have to be some sort of superstar creator to make one. In this section here, we have recently updated classics. This features Digital Chaos, which is a Souls-like RPG that will take the player approximately like 2 to 3 hours to complete. This is really well put together. I would say it's one of the better Souls-likes within Dreams. There are a lot of them out there, but it is one of the better ones. Not only because it has this unique style to it, where you're this skeleton character in a digital world, but the genuine world design, level design, bosses design, etc. is all very interesting. I know we've not got a weapon and stuff, we're trying to showcase it as quickly as we can. Look at the world map here, by the way. You press L, look at the map. Honestly, you can see how interlinked everything is. Oh, flip. This is just the introduction area, obviously, teaching us how to play the game. We have played it, I have completed it myself a long time ago, but it was recently updated. And I want to play it again, because it's been a while. It's really good, it's really cool, it's great to see creators continue to work on their things. And yeah, in fact, yeah, it's really cool. Also, Binary Bash was recently updated with a new time gadget, meaning that people can't cheat anymore. Previously, people could technically pause and cheat, but now they can't. So Keld is number 1, in his rightful place as number 1. There we go. Beautiful. It's lovely to see. Although Pixel Knight on the Insane board, that's incredible from Pixel Knight there. Well done. It's just great to see Binary Bash now cheat-free. Also, Omni has been receiving various little quality of life improvements. This is a recent MM pick from Zoobob14. I'm a big fan, it's really cool. It's a culmination of all the previous puzzle games. It features mechanics from each of them. And yeah, it's just like, it's great to see them like continue to give it little quality of life improvements and stuff over time. Listre from Fluxamux recently received the update of having like luminoise turned off, which has actually made a massive difference. This was already a beautiful game, but now that it's got luminoise turned off, it's even more beautiful. Here we've got Rob Rush, Catch the Robber. This is a fun early access endless runner title. I've played it a bunch on stream before, I'm not going to do so now, but it's continually getting updated and continually being improved. And this streamer is relatively new to the Dreamiverse, and it's great to give them little shout outs and support, so please do go and check it out, give it a thumbs up. Also, the web has been continually updated ever since beta when it first came out. It's been updated again, and you would expect nothing less from the Impy winner for evolving experience. It's always worth having an explore within the web. Our creator spotlight this week is on Mad QXXP. They are, of course, the creator of Temple of Doom, which you may be familiar with me having played a lot of lately, but they are also the creator of Yesterday, which is an extended demo out in the Dreamiverse that is well worth your time. It was featured on the MM stream, and they are still working on the full game, and I do believe that when this full game comes out, it will be one of the best streams that there is, like, full stop. That's based on what I've experienced within the demo, as well as what I've heard about what they've got planned for the full game, and my belief that they do have the ability to pull it off. Genuinely, this is well worth playing, and once you do play it, you'll probably be pretty hyped for the full game, which I don't believe is actually due to come out until 2023. So there is still a while to go, but the fact that they are taking so long and that they're realistic enough to take so long just suggests the quality of it that is also shown within this demo. And they're also the creator of Jump and Roll Gladiators, which is the very first game of theirs that I played, and it's not got very many thumbs up. It's never even necessarily had much attention in the grand scheme of things, but I was like the first person to sort of showcase and highlight it all the way back like a couple of years ago, and it's just great to see the journey that they've been on ever since then. It's incredible, and it shows that if you stick with dreams, you'll get better all the time. And yeah, they're great. Go and check them out. They're really cool. In community events this week, there is of course the latest Dream Sounds Visual Jam. This time it focuses on the vault of Mezi Artiste. There's a bunch of really cool music here, and people just have to pick one and make something with it. There's also the weekly music jam. This time it's the Joey Cuts Jam. And again, people just have to pick something from the vault of Joey Cuts and then do some sort of remix or something with it, or an original tribute. There's also the weekly Nephendral Garden Challenge. This time it's focused on herbs. As of 24 hours ago, there was only one entry to this. Then I put out a tweet saying, hey, come on everyone, we've got to enter this. And now there's all of these. Admittedly, 3 of them are mine. 1, 2, and 3, these 3 here. But everyone really did come to arms on this one, and it was lovely to see. I think it's a great jam from Nephendral, and yeah, it's really great. Like, thank you everyone for noticing my tweet that was like, hey, people should do this because it's really cool, and it's a shame that it's only got 1 entry. So that's really cool, and I look forward to the new one. We've got this new challenge from Dirty Harold's. This is for the Dirty Dreams show. They would like people to make a 2D puppet swim, and they would like people to sculpt a sandwich. If you do either of those things, then you will feature in an upcoming video made by them on their YouTube. I'm a big fan of Dirty Harold's. It's been a while since they started making like Dreams content on YouTube, but I enjoy like their stuff. It's really cool. We've got PDHM creation challenges, of course. Every week you can find out about them, and then these ladies search and shape as well. Up in our kits of the week section, we have sculpting machine patterns, which is really fun logic tools. We've got animated checkpoints, which is what it says on the tin, but it's really fun, it's really cool. In fact, let's have a little showcase here. There's 1 checkpoint, and then boom, we die. And then that happens. Here's another, well, that's a, here's one. There we go. And then, yeah, it's amazing, right? It's just a bunch of different animated checkpoints, and there's even a template here to make your own as well. Super cool. And then we've got this collection here, Realistic Landscape from Oru22, who has recently been putting together a whole bunch of awesome collections. And it's just great to see like new curators sort of come on the scene, because they're someone who previously didn't really make collections, but now they do, and the collections they've been making are really cool. And there's a whole bunch of cool realistic landscapes there. There's also this new editorial from Media Molecule themselves, and yeah, this features a whole bunch of cool stuff, some of which is also featured here, but it's just coincidence. There's also this section here, which is Make a Game. This features a kit from Matney, which allows you to make your own pixie junk adventure. Everything you need is here. It's very easy to just drag and drop. And then there is, of course, the Powderbox level kit as well. In hot new instruments, we've got a C64 style chip from Sockwielder, which creates this sort of stuff. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. And then also we've got this kit here from C Entertain and eSuits Minecraft, which features literally loads and loads of instruments, which are all fun and cool, and there for people to play around with. Here we've got the Dream Sounds latest episode of Dream Sounds, of course. This is every Monday night. It was episode 91. Episode 92 will be next Monday night, 9 o'clock UK time. It's just all the best latest music made in Dreams. The latest music jam was the Dreamflix crossover jam, and the latest video jam was the Onipo 9 Vault visual jam. They were both really cool. Now, I do believe that we've gone through everything, and that takes us to the end. Thank you very much for sticking with it. It's been a lot of fun, as always. The Dreamiverse does not disappoint with all of its amazing stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in. Au revoir.